Hello friends, how are you? All of you know that we are discussing about adsorption and colloids from the chapter of the subject chemistry standard 11. In last session, we have discussed about various applications of adsorption. Now we have to study the next part, that is catalysis. We start with our presentation. So, catalysis. Catalysts are the important in the chemical industry and in living organisms. A large number of the chemicals manufactured in the industries make use of catalysts to obtain the specific products. Thus, the use of catalyst lowers reaction temperature and energy cost significantly. So catalysts are the various special substances. They are used during the reaction to increase the rate of reaction and to obtain the specific products. So catalysts are very helpful, very useful to us, not only in industrial processes, industrial chemical reactions or research chemical reaction. Our body also makes use of catalysis in day-to-day life. In our various metabolic activities, various reaction takes place, and that reaction also requires the specific catalyst. So catalysts play an important role. So we have to study what is meant by catalyst and what is meant by catalysis. So catalysts. A catalyst is a substance which, when added to reacting substance, increases a rate of reaction without itself undergoing any permanent chemical change. So it is very important that catalyst is a substance we can add in the chemical reaction. It increases the rate of reaction without disturbing the reaction mechanism or without disturbing the product. So it is the important, we can say, characteristic of the catalyst, that catalyst only increases the rate of reaction, but it do not interferes with the reaction product or the reaction mechanism. So the catalyst is a substance which, when added to reacting system, it increases rate of reaction without itself undergoing any permanent chemical change. येते लक्ष सर्वांच्या? Okay. Now there are two types of catalyst. Catalystचे दोन type आहेत. Which are they? The homogeneous catalyst and heterogeneous catalyst. Now all of you know that, सर्वांना तुम्हाला माहिती आहे, homo means same and hetero means different. So when we study the catalyst process, the phase we have considered here, that is phase of catalyst and other reactants. Homo means same, hetero means different. So depending upon the phase of reactants and catalyst, the catalysts are classified into two types, that is homogeneous catalyst and heterogeneous catalyst. Now we will see homogeneous catalyst. Homogeneous catalysis म्हणजे काय? When the reactants and the catalyst are in the same phase, it is said to be homogeneous catalysis. Homogeneous catalysis म्हणजे जेव्हा reactants आणि catalyst हे दोन्ही एकाच फेज मध्ये असतील. एकच फेज म्हणजे काय? आपल्याला माहिती आहे, सॉलिड, लिक्विड आणि गॅसेस, दीज आर द थ्री फेजेस, थ्री मेजर फेजेस. मग जेव्हा कॅटलिस्ट आणि रिएक्टंट एकाच फेज मध्ये असतील तर त्याला आपण म्हणतो homogeneous. When the reactants and the catalyst are in the same phase, we call it is a homogeneous catalysis. Now we'll see one example. Oxidation of sulfur dioxide to sulfur trioxide with dioxygen in the presence of nitric oxide as a catalyst. Now you can see lead chamber process मध्ये आपण याचा वापर करतो. That is oxidation of sulfur dioxide. We know that what is meant by oxidation? Oxidation is the process of addition of oxygen. म्हणजे सल्फर डायऑक्साइडचं कन्वर्जन आपण करतो सल्फर ट्रायऑक्साइड मध्ये, म्हणजे SO2 चं कन्वर्जन करतो SO3 मध्ये. So during this procedure, during this oxidation process, we use nitric oxide as a catalyst, and the process is known as lead chamber process. Now you can see 2 moles of SO2 gas plus O2, these are also gas. म्हणजे इथं जे रिएक्टंट्स आहेत ते गॅसियस आहेत, बरोबर. आणि NO हा जो वापरलाय आपण नायट्रिक ऑक्साइड हा सुद्धा गॅस आहे. म्हणजे रिएक्टंट्स आणि प्रोडक्ट्स both are the gaseous. Also catalyst is also gaseous, and such type of catalysis we called as homogeneous. Homo म्हणजे same. So twice of SO2 plus O2 in presence of nitric oxide gives 2 molecules of SO3, that is sodium trioxide gas. Okay. Now we can, if we consider the other examples, then they are hydrolysis of sugar. It is catalyzed by hydrogen ion furnished by sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid चं आपण जर आयोनायझेशन केलं H plus plus SO3 minus HSO3 minus असं त्याचं आयोनायझेशन, बरोबर. म्हणजेच त्याच्यातून मिळणारा जो H plus आयन आहे. नेक्स्ट, enzyme catalysis is also important type of homogeneous catalysis. So various type of example we can also see. We have to remember in homogeneous catalysis that both, that is reactants and catalyst, they are in the same phase. Is it clear to all of you? येते का लक्षात सर्वांच्या? Now read the slide carefully. Okay, now we shift towards next point. Heterogeneous catalysis. Now it is also simple when reactant and catalyst are in different phase. ते जेव्हा वेगवेगळ्या फेज मध्ये असतील, मग it may be solid, it may be gaseous, it may be liquid, it is said to be heterogeneous catalyst. Simply, the catalysis in which both reactants and catalysts in different phases, we called it is a heterogeneous catalysis. Okay. Now, the heterogeneous catalyst is generally a solid, and the reactants may be either liquid or in gaseous phase. Oxidation of sulfur dioxide into sulfur trioxide in the presence of Pt, that is platinum. Now same reaction we have seen earlier. In that we have seen homogeneous catalysis, that is nitric oxide we use as a catalyst, and sulfur dioxide and dioxygen we have used. Both are in the gaseous phase in that example. But here you can see that sulfur dioxide, 2 molecules of sulfur dioxide converted into sulfur trioxide with the help of platinum. Platinum, it is a platinum is a solid catalyst. Okay. Now other examples are dinitrogen, that is N2, and dihydrogen H2 to combine in the process. We called it is a Born-Haber cycle or Haber's process. The Haber process is used in the formation or in the production of ammonia. So here in this ammonia formation process, that is Born-Haber cycle or Born-Haber process, dinitrogen and dihydrogen both are in the gaseous, while catalyst used, it is a solid. Hydrogenation reaction of vegetable oils to produce solid fat used in food industry. It is also most important example. And in automobile, catalytic converter. So with these in examples, reactant and catalyst are present in the different phases. येते का लक्षात? Is it clear to all of you? Next. Now, difference between homogeneous and heterogeneous catalysis. Now, it is also important point of discussion, that is याच्या दोन्हीमध्ये काय फरक आहे. Catalyst and reactant are same phase in the homogeneous, while catalyst and reactant are in the different phase in the heterogeneous. Catalyst dissolve in gas phase or solution in the case of homogeneous, while catalyst does not dissolve in the gas phase or solution in heterogeneous. Homogeneous catalyst, it is faster reaction, while heterogeneous, it is a slower reaction. After completion of reaction, the catalyst cannot be easily separated from the product of the reaction in the homogeneous catalyst. Well, if we consider the heterogeneous catalyst, catalyst can be easily separated. Now, in the case of homogeneous catalysis, the reaction occur in the liquid or gas phase, while the reaction does not occur in liquid or gas phase in the heterogeneous catalyst. So these are the some important differences between homogeneous and heterogeneous catalysis. Okay. Now, inhibitors. Now, what is meant by inhibitors? Inhibitors, we say it is a negative catalyst. We say it is a negative catalyst. Now you see, inhibitors are the substance which decreases rate of chemical reaction. In case of catalyst, we see that catalyst increases rate of reaction, but exactly opposite to this. Inhibitors are the substances which decreases rate of chemical reaction. Now you can see here, hydrogen peroxide decomposition reaction. Here, hydrogen peroxide, two molecules of hydrogen peroxide, it decomposes into water and oxygen. The reaction is inhibited by addition of dilute acid or glycerol as a inhibitor. So this inhibits this reaction. Now another example is chloroform. Chloroform once used as an anesthetic. What is meant by anesthetic? बऱ्याच वेळेला बघा तुम्हाला माहित असेल, आपल्याला भूल देण्यासाठी म्हणून जे एखादा ऑपरेशन करायचं असेल, एखादी इंजुरी झाली असेल, टाके घालायचे असतील, अशा वेळेला आपल्याला भूल दिली जाते. ओके, वी कॉल्ड इट इज anesthesia. So before, chloroform was used as anesthetic purpose and it forms poisonous substance carbonyl chloride by air oxidation. So 4 molecules, 4 CH3, CHCl3 plus 3 of O2. 3 of O2 means it is oxygen from air. It gives 4 COCl2 gas plus twice of H2O liquid plus 2 Cl2 gas. When 2% ethanol is added to the chloroform, the formation of COCl2 is suppressed. Means there will be, by use of 2% ethanol, the formation of COCl2 is suppressed and ethanol acts as inhibitor and retards the above reaction. म्हणजे इथेनॉल वापरल्यावर काय होईल, ही रिएक्शन होणार नाही. म्हणजेच काय, तर इनहिबिटर्स एखादे वापरल्यानंतर रिएक्शनचा रेट डिक्रीज होईल किंवा रिएक्शन इनहिबिट होईल, एखादा प्रोडक्ट तयार होणार नाही. सो सच एक्झाम्पल वी कॉल इट इज अ इनहिबिटर्स. येते लक्षात? Now, important features of catalyst. Before seeing this important features of catalyst, we have to know adsorption theory of heterogeneous catalysis. So what is meant by this adsorption theory? Because whatever catalyst we use, it undergoes adsorption process and then catalysis takes place. In this adsorption theory, we can see that firstly diffusion, that is diffusion of reactant takes place towards the surface of catalyst, then adsorption of reactant molecules on the surface of catalyst. Third is the intermediate formation. Here chemical reaction may take place, and during this chemical reaction there will be the formation of intermediate takes place, and after this intermediate takes formation, the main, that is product formation, takes place, and last is the desorption, that is desorption of reactant products from the catalyst surface. So these are the basic, we call it the basic steps, these are involved in the adsorption theory. Now, after this adsorption theory, we have to see important features of catalysts. Okay, so in this session, we have seen what is meant by catalyst, what are the types of catalysts, what are the catalysis process. In that, we have seen the substances or the chemicals which are used to increase the rate of reaction. We call it is a catalyst. Catalysts are of two types, that is homogeneous and heterogeneous. Homogeneous catalysis, both catalysts and reactants are in same phase, and in a heterogeneous catalysis, catalysts and reactants are in different phase. We have also seen what is meant by inhibitors. Inhibitors are the negative catalysts, we can say. Inhibitors decreases the rate of reaction, and it it we call it is a negative catalyst also. Okay, thank you very much.